Hello everyone, so I'm here at Four Scream Studio. I don't know if all they do here is scream, but we'll find out for a fact from the CEO of the company, Mr. Chris Ikejimbe. And of course, we'll be speaking with him about what they do here and their recent projects. Hello, Mr. Chris. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Yeah, thanks. How you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm all right, girl. I'm kind of cool, you know.
Okay, cool. I'm so happy and delighted to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you, but I want you to tell your fans out there what you do, introduce yourself. And I still have one more question for you.
Do I have fans? Yeah. My name's Chris Ikejimbe. What am I? I'm a filmmaker. I'm a media specialist. I'm everything. I'm a creative guy. I'm a creative punk.
I can see it.
Intellectual.
I can see with, like, before we came live here, he started giving me all kinds of accents: Dubai, Indian, Italian, Jamaican, all the accents. So this, when he says he's a creative genius, and I doff my hat or doff my afro. All right. I heard the name Four Screams and I thought, okay, if I come in here, I'll literally just hear the scream from the door. What exactly do you do here, and why did you call this place Four Screams?
Four Screams is a philosophy. It's a simple philosophy about life. You see, there's this school of thoughts that tells you or that details you that you make the first attempt, the second attempt, and the third attempt in life. It's a way of saying that you must try it the third time, and is erroneously assumed that first attempt, the third
time, yeah. The third time is a charm.
Right? Correct. That after the third time, hold the hell, what are you still doing there? But in life, after the third time, there's always a fourth time.
So tell us about some of the notable projects that you've done, that you've been a part of.
Yeah, when you talk about notable projects, I won't go about it without giving you a little story about the notability, the conception, the inception, and serial execution of these notable projects. Yeah. We part of a project called Bank of Industry Noli Fund. Bank of Industry is a developmental bank, right? Noli Fund is meant to empower the generality of the whole industry, right? It's a fund meant to empower the creative sector from Bank of Industry. Fortunately for me and a couple of others sit on the advisory board. Film One is there. Silverbird is there. Kula Falai is there. Sani Moazu, the Honorable Commissioner himself, Oga Steve Katakota, Steve Ayorinde is there. These people assembled to advise on this whole process of developing and pushing a new frontier for Nigerian film industry. Four Scream Studio happens to be one of Bank of Industry studios. We were financed by Bank of Industry. We had let me say 60% finance from Bank of Industry to get facilities for production and post-production. And we have a couple of Bank of Industry films, people that we supported. Let me say this, right, for the records. Our policy in Four Screams here, we are looking for the people I call the third force, the new people, right? It's a business decision for us to work with people who are not known. Yes, that's a business decision for us.
So when you say to work with people that are not known, you mean script writers, producers, directors?
All the projects on Four Screams stable are from relatively unknown filmmakers.
What do they need to approach you with? A script or their budget or their plan?
Once you go to Bank of Industry, once you scale through the approval process, you come here, we agree with you, we give you a letter that we want to work with you. You go to Bank of Industry. Once you pass the approval process, it's a whole lot of process, due diligence in Bank of Industry. Once you pass the Bank of Industry process, You come right here. Our duty is to advise you technically, see your story, see what you do, get this, get that, and it's your film. You go ahead, you make your film. And we'll also guide you through the post-production process. And like I said, right, there's also a policy here in Four Screams. There's a policy here, which a policy that found favor in Bank of Industry. Okay. We're saying that any film that gets out of this table must stand side by side with any film from South Africa, with any film from Egypt. When I mean with film from South Africa, in terms of the audiovisual outputs, right? That's why we want to go through the whole 360 degrees of filmmaking. We'll hold a true thorough color process, visual effects, sounds, go through the sound, go through ADR, go through re-sound score, we'll go through Foley, we'll go through 5.1 mix, we'll go through color process, we'll go through all that visual effects. So that's the thing. So we here, the policy here, we want to move away from you shoot, you edit, you release. Right? You shoot, that's a Nigerian mentality. You shoot, you edit, you release.
Yeah, we're trying to make up time. Yeah. So, but given the process that, the movies go through, what's the least amount of time that the movie should be ready?
Anywhere in the world, right? ADR, the sound post-production takes you like 3 to 4 months. Yes. It's not what you do in a hurry. It's not like you shoot a movie today, next month you're out. The digital TV era will pose a lot of challenges for Nigerian films in terms of sound and picture delivery. Every broadcaster has migrated to 4K. God bless African Magic and Iroko for supporting the industry. But I keep telling people, what happens the day African Magic migrates to a higher level? It means they will reject about 80% of the content from Nigeria. The same problem we are having with Netflix and the rest of them. That's why you can't get good price in there. Because digital broadcasting, all of them, the whole world has gone digital except Nigeria that is still analog. The whole world have gone digital. And digital presents its own unique demands, which are challenges to us. Unique demand. Netflix had a policy statement that they had to deliver on 4K. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all the major streamers in the world deliver on 4K. 4K is no longer elitist. It's consumers basic now. It's basic, not elitist any longer.
This is so insightful. If you're a movie maker or if you're looking to be a part of the Nollywood dream, then I'm sure that you've definitely learned a lot from this interview. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Thank you, sir. All right, guys, keep watching the Filmhouse TV show. Don't go anywhere. It's been a fun and informative time here on the show, but right now we're going to take a break and find out what movies are currently making the rounds in the Filmhouse cinema nationwide. And of course, be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms scrolling on the screen right now. Mine is Chinonso Arubai on Instagram. I'm at Chinonso Arubai. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with more gist right here on the Filmhouse TV show. Keep watching.
Coming up, we have a rundown of all movies currently showing in the cinemas across the country.
Rampage. Primatologist David Okoye shares an unshakable bond with George, the extraordinarily intelligent gorilla who has been in his care since birth. But a rogue genetic experiment gone awry transforms this gentle ape into a raging monster. As more newly created monsters tear across North America, destroying everything in their path, Okoye teams up with a discredited genetic engineer to secure an antidote. fighting his way through an ever-changing battlefield, not only to halt a global catastrophe, but to save the fearsome creature that was once his friend.
You have to evacuate Chicago. George didn't ask for this. They're gonna put him down. That's not happening.
If my mother sees you, what are you doing here? Didn't I tell you not to come here again? Get out. Get out now!
New money. A young shop attendant, Tone, with dreams of being a fashion designer, finds her life turned upside down when she suddenly discovers she's the heir to a vast fortune and the CEO of the Adair Group from her estranged father. In order to accommodate her new life and newfound wealth, Tone was made to change everything about herself.
Are you crazy? Patrick. What? She's disgraced this entire company.
Why do you want to throw this all away? You have been working with them behind my back to take this company from me.
I've been content to play CEO on TV and have refused to put in the work to move this company forward.
Why have you been avoiding her? And it's not me you just spoke to like that.
How did he find out about me? I could have had 11 years with him, not one day. You took that from me. I thought you would choose him.
You should have trusted me.
You need to recognize billionaire when you see billionaire. Look at this face now. So shall I teach him lesson? Binta.
Let's go. Let's not.
Years before I heard the term mutually assured destruction, I was very familiar with it growing up in that house.
Beirut. Beirut is an espionage thriller set in 1982 during the Lebanese Civil War. Caught in the crossfires of war, CIA operatives must send a former U.S. diplomat to negotiate for the life of a friend he left behind.
Clearly the monsters have taken over Lebanon. Something needs to be done.
And give Israel the keys to the city? I need to see Cal. And it's impossible. It's only impossible if he's dead.
2,000 years of revenge, vendetta, murder. Welcome to Beirut.
You're telling me that the king of a third world country runs around in a bulletproof catsuit?
Black Panther. This is a 2018 American superhero film based on the Marvel comic character Black Panther. T'Challa returns home to the African nation of Wakanda upon his father's death. T'Challa is faced with treachery and danger upon being drawn into a conflict that puts the fate of Wakanda at risk. He rallies a few allies and releases the power of the Black Panther to defeat his enemies and keep his people safe.
This ends today.
Welcome back, guys. What's so exciting about Movie Rundown is the fact that Black Panther is still on it. Like, it's still showing in our cinemas. And I'm super stoked because I feel like if you've not seen Black Panther, you're on a long thing. Now is the best time to go out before you miss it. Okay, we're still here at 4 Scream Studio, and I'm going to be speaking with a gentleman who is currently working on a project with 4 Scream Studio. It's a movie, I'm sure you don't want to miss it. It's a very interesting movie called Chat Room, and his name is Mr. Chike Ibekwe. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well.
He's a distinguished producer, actually. He's a movie producer, and he's going to be giving us some insights as to what he's currently working on, projects he's working on, and when we'll expect to see a very special movie, which I know he's working on. But yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Could you tell us more about yourself and what you've been doing lately?
Well, I'm a writer, director, producer at times. Yeah, I worked in the past a project called Eternal, showed in a couple of festivals in the country and outside of the country, and then picked up an award in Cameroon.
Really?
Yeah. Presently, we're working on Chat Room, a film called Chat Room. I wrote and directed it. Yeah.
So when I hear chat room, I think of chat room like Facebook, Instagram. What, does it have to do with that?
It has to do with conversation, and conversation that now opens up a whole lot of issues and stuff. Basically, I wouldn't delve into much, but then yes, it's set against the backdrop of a reality TV show, a dance reality TV show.
Wow, interesting. I don't think we've had anything like that. And when you say a dance reality TV show, so I'm supposing that you have some dancers on that particular production.
We had dancers, we had actors who could dance. So of course we had rigorous exercise of dancing rehearsals just to get everybody informed.
Okay, great. So could you give us a couple of the casts that are on this production?
We have Odunlade Adekola in the film, Omaomi was in the film, Tony Umez was there, Akpororo was there, Vivian Anani, Nengi Adoki who played the lead, and several others. We're still in post-production. We're trying very hard to ensure that all best international practice is infused in the project to ensure that at the end of the day it goes as far as we would want it to go. So presently we are doing the sound treatments, Foley, ADR and all of that. Color correction is ongoing also. The film is was done with a facility from Bank of Industry. Yeah, and then we're working with Four Screen Studios, which is where we are presently for post-production. And Film One Distribution is also handling the distribution of the film. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You're working with the big bosses. Well done. I know that from this insight and from this conversation, Chat Room is a movie to watch out for, and I really can't wait to see it. Thank you so much, Mr. Chike. It's been so much fun having you on the show, and I can't wait to see you at the Chat Room. Don't go anywhere, guys. It's still the Filmhouse TV show. We have a lot of good information coming your way. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, so we're back with a bang, guys. It's still the Filmhouse TV show. I'm sure today you'll be wondering what's going on. Yes, we could totally call today's episode a Nollywood special. Right about now, I have a very beautiful, delectable, young lady on the hot seat with me. And oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. If you see her with her Afro kinky hair, fine girl, no pimples, looking so funky, her English impeccable. Facts. Let me just allow you to meet the beautiful Nenge. How are you today, darling?
I'm doing very well.
You're blushing.
Yes, I am. That intro was amazing.
So tell us about your upcoming project. I know that you're in the movie Chat Room. How did that happen?
Wow. So upcoming projects. Currently, there's Inspector K, which is on YouTube. It's for Red TV. Anybody can access that. I've also shot a couple of things not a couple of things. There's a movie called Crossroads, and that was with Jungle Films. That will be out as well this year. And I'm currently working on a stage production called No More Lies. It's a gospel psychological thriller, and it's happening.
Hey, this girl is coming with her fairy guns. Oh my goodness.
So No More Lies is happening May 13th, and it's happening at King's Court. So anyone who's listening, you're invited. Yes, you are, obviously.
Yay! We can't wait to see you. Because, you look like a bundle of talent. And with all this English you're speaking, please, what's the background history of, your origin? Where are you from? Because your English is not the type that they cook in the backyard. Understand?
So, I can actually switch when I want to. Okay? So let's get that straight. So first and foremost, I'm a Nigeria girl. In fact, I'm from River State. I'm from Okrika. And no, it is not secondhand.
Vintage, it's vintage.
it's the actual place. I feel like I have to keep saying this, but it's in River State, Port Harcourt. And it's funny you say I'm sounding like I have English, because
and you are looking like an Oibo somebody. So if we don't know, by the time we combine the complexion and the English, then you're imported.
Oh my God, no. So it's funny because in Toronto, where I actually spent most of my time, they felt I sounded South African, not even South African, and some of them would say Nigerian. One, props to Jennifer and Falls, Funke Akindele for doing that. I honestly think that as Nigerians, we should definitely embrace who we are, So gone are those days when people from the West come and tell you how to be or sound in a Nigerian movie. So if anything, I think the onus now is on people, especially with like Black Panther and all the rest. I went to theater school. There was no place in theater school where you could learn an African accent. Right? And I thought that was sad because, you would have to learn a British accent. You would have to learn for the old, and also where does that leave you as a Black person? It's like they don't do a lot of movies about Black people in the 15th century England. I don't know. So, but then you couldn't learn that. And, but now with everything that's happening, it's actually more important for you to own who you are. However, for me, it will be important to be able to switch when I need that to happen. So for instance, in chat room, when you watch the movie, you'll find that I was not speaking in a Canadian accent at all. I was actually very connected to the Nigerian accent, and it's because the story of the girl who I play, Ebere, she's very Nigerian. So you can't get away from that. I know in the past, as you said, Nollywood they'll find some way to explain why this
has an accent.
Someone that came from Ajegule has an accent, which was crazy. And as far as how I deal with it in auditions, I ask. I never assume. I walk into the audition room and I read the character, and if I have a sense that maybe they should have an accent, then I'll ask the producer directors, would you like me to do a Nigerian accent, or would you like me to keep this accent? And whatever they say,
girl, you special. Hi, so my Oibo needs to, come up. I need to spend some more time with you so that I can be sounding like,
All right, guys, that's the much that we can take on this segment of
this interview. I know my Oibo is not fluid. Please, guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did chatting with this delectable, beautiful sweetheart. I feel like, she's the girl next door kind of person, and she's one star we should watch out for. What do you guys think?
Please open your eyes, just watch out for me, please.
All right, thank you so much. It was so much fun having you on the show. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I feel right now like a Nollywood encyclopedia, having spoken to some Nollywood heavyweights earlier on, and right now I spoke with this beautiful lady Nengi, and she's brilliant. I hope you had fun watching the Filmhouse TV show today. Keep a date with us same time next week. My name is Chinoso Arubai. Bye bye. I was giving you a high five now. Give me a high five. Can't touch this. Da, 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 da.